night fighter training program was born. Now, Project Affirm night fighter Buck Dungan is in the crosshairs of 3 Japanese Rufes. But luckily, his wingman, Johnny Deere, is in the area, still undetected by the enemy.
And he said, "Buck, are you all right?" And I said, "I've got some company. I'm having all this fun by myself. I'm going to invite you to the party."
Dungan is here. Deere is here. Dungan plans to lead the enemy fighters directly into his wingman's line of fire. Johnny Deere streaks in, using the Japanese gunfire as an aiming reference against the night sky. Deere has claimed 2 of the roofs, but there's still 1 left behind Dungan. Dungan must reverse direction quickly to turn the tables on the remaining roof.
I made a real fast, kill your speed turn, you know, up like that, and pulled around and came in on the fella down here. He just kept coming right at me, and he was firing, and I gave him a short burst. And he blew up.
Dungan and Deere once again split up to search for new targets. Dim pre-dawn light breaks on the horizon. Suddenly, Dungan spots more tracer fire arcing towards him. He's been spotted.
I saw a plane coming toward me about 3 miles away, and his guns were all firing.
The inexperienced Japanese pilot is firing too soon. He runs out of ammo. Dungan carefully puts the pipper on the roof's silhouette and fires. He's made quick work of his opponent. But more roofs are in the air, waiting for the rising sun to light the battlefield.
Then I got involved with a very clever fellow who liked to play tag in the clouds.
Dungan is here. Another roof is here, trying to duck into a cloud bank. Visibility is already next to nothing. Only the most skilled pilot would attempt to dogfight in the clouds at night. But Buck Dungan is confident and very aggressive. He throttles up and chases the Japanese pilot into the abyss. July 4th, 1944. In almost total darkness, Navy night fighter Buck Dungan, in a radar-equipped Hellcat, pursues a Japanese float plane into a cloud deck.
He disappeared in the thick part of the cloud, then came out in the light part. When he came out into visibility, I'd give him a burst, even though I wasn't lined up with him. It'd let him know he's got company.
The Japanese pilot must do something to shake the tenacious American night fighter. He will throw his aircraft into a steep descending spin. He's hoping Dungan will shoot past and lose sight of him in the darkness. The roof pops his nose up and begins the spin. But Dungan is one step ahead of him. He pulls up to keep from overshooting, then quickly throws the Hellcat into a spin of its own.
A spin is an easy thing to do. It's a full back with a stick and right or left rudder, and your nose comes up and you just trail down like this.
The Hellcat spins erratically as the aircraft plummets, but Dungan is in complete control, waiting for the right moment to pull out.
When you want to come out of it, you reverse rudder and push the stick forward, and you'll stop the spin immediately.
The Rufe pulls out of its spin. Dungan pushes the stick forward slightly and applies right rudder. The Hellcat responds smartly. Dungan swings in on the Rufe's 6 o'clock.
I could see him landing in a cove quite a distance away, so I elevated my guns and found that, by gosh, if I shot up in the air about 20 degrees, my bullets were landing around him.
With no tracers, Dungan is accounting for the ballistic drop of the rounds and zeroing in on the Rufe. Slugs land all around the Rufe as he hits the water and skips. Dungan fires another burst. White-hot, incendiary bullets rip into the fuselage. It's an incredible feat of aerial marksmanship. Dungan streaks past the wreckage and climbs back to altitude. Dawn approaches. The night fight will soon be over. Japanese anti-aircraft guns have opened up again, ignoring the risk of hitting their own aircraft.
I was marking the position of the anti-aircraft battery, and bam! I felt a big explosion. I heard off my left side, and I felt I was hit in the shoulder. And then I turned the mirror down to take a look at me. Now, I've got a ruddy complexion, always did have a ruddy complexion, but the person looking back at me was totally white. And I thought, I don't want to look at that ugly face anymore, so I pushed it up.
Dungan's F-6F has taken the hammer blows of an unseen Rufe's 20mm cannon fire. Shrapnel is buried in his left shoulder. His clavicle is shattered. He is in no condition to continue the fight.
Oh, it hurt terribly. So I knew it wasn't too bad. Had it been numb, I would have been worried. But it hurt so much that, oh, God, what of course, I had shrapnel all in my shoulder and the back.
Dungan establishes radio contact with Johnny Deere. Deere's Hellcat has also been hit. Now separated, they head back to the safety of American-controlled waters. At daybreak, Dungan manages to make an emergency landing on the carrier Yorktown. His wounds will end his combat career. The 3 victories on July 4th, 1944 bring his total to 7, making him an ace, a deadly, effective night fighter.